The following is a short video on how to take payments for AR charges in Counterpoint. And there are two ways that this might take place. One way to take payment on AR charge is right at the point of sale. Now they might be charging or doing some other things in the store, but at some point in the transaction they might say, hey, I want to pay off some of my AR. So to do that, we would go to payments. And if we don't have this already, ask your LPA rep to drop on a button for you called Pay on Account. And it pops up this form, and you'll see we can select our customer. I'm going to choose Bill Baker because I know they have some open balances and whatnot. And then we get a couple of choices here. If you choose open, it just means we're taking payment and we're not matching it up with any particular charge that happened in the past. If we choose automatic, then Counterpoint will make its own choices as to where to put that. We're going to do specified for a single document, and there's a nifty feature called multiple. Multiple probably is the most flexible, so I could put in here the amount, say maybe $700. And this is coming in, for our purposes, we'll just do cash right now. And I get to pick which of these I want to do. I'll do pay balance on this one, pay balance on this one. At a certain point here, I'm guessing I'm going to run out of funds. There we go. So on this last one, the first few, I paid off the full amount just by clicking pay balance. On the last one here, it was $392 is what is owed. I clicked on pay balance and it did the math for me, came up with $49.11. So that's if I wanted to make those choices, match up that payment. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and say okay. And that's all I needed to do at point of sale. Another way that you might take payment, especially if you are a back office user and you're used to customers mailing in checks, you might be using a different method, which is to go to customers. It's called cash receipts, that you can translate cash to mean entering checks. The starting point is to click on cash receipts, enter. I will select my customer. In this case, I will also choose Bill. We will auto assign, and I'm going to choose my pay code. Typically, it's going to be check if they're mailing it in. I can pick a date here, and I can say some amount. And I'm going to say they mailed in a check for $225. I'll go to my lines tab, and now, somewhat similar to point of sale, I have a few options for how I want to bring that in. I could simply say open, meaning I'm not trying to pair this up with a ticket at this time. That is certainly one way you could do this. You might save yourself some time in the long run if you go ahead and deal with matching this up. We could say auto apply, which just means it will start at the oldest tickets and start applying that payment. Or we could say select docs. And it'll notice that I've got enough here. Are you ready to save this document? I will say yes. So that is an example of using something called cash receipts. And at this point, you would go over and you do a step called post, where we actually post that. So that is just a very quick walkthrough of two places in which you can receive payments. One is through point of sale, one is through cash receipts, enter.